What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing today? It's Kyle here. How are you guys doing? It's Saturday. Super nice, beautiful day here. We're in the lands of always winter. It's actually quite sunny today. So that's pretty awesome. Really excited about having some vitamin D for my pale skin. Hey, Peter. We got Hannibal Peter. Who else we got here? Mia Ice and Fire. We got Nicola. We got Amelia. We got Jar Indeed. The Night King says he's coming in the chat. William Rice, Eduardo, what's going on? I figured we would hang out today and do a live chat. Kind of at a weird time, though. I don't usually do them at 5 p.m., but today I thought it would be a good idea to kind of do it in between the 4 o'clock period, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 7 p.m. where it's too late for some of the UK and European folks. Hey, hype and love, everyone. Super, super nice day out today. I just got back from a walk and just showered and got all clean. As you can see, I scrubbed my beard. I scrubbed my beard for all of you southern twats who drink that grape water. Yeah, and started the new diet. I feel fresh, which is crazy. So that's good. New diet. I'm cutting out bread and a lot of red meat out of the diet. Unfortunately, gotta get nice and slim for Con of Thrones. But how's everyone doing today? Are we having a good weekend so far? We got Giro from UK. We have Jeremy Pellier from France. We have Mia Perez. We have Christian. We have Jar Indeed. All chicken diet. Nah, I can't do the all chicken diet. Rain in Chicago. Robbie, what's going on? Meredith Abados. Emilio Brown. Mary, Johnny Be Crazy. Emmanuel, Michael. So we got Mr. Skillen's in here too. Nice. Grady. Who else do we have in here? I hope I didn't miss anyone. This is going to be a live stream. We're kind of just going to go do Q&A style. Whatever you guys want to talk about in the chat, we can talk about Hype HQ here. It looks a little bit different. I'm getting my desk tonight after this stream, and I'm getting a new chair, a really nice chair so I can support my back properly and I can work more efficiently and not have to hurt my back when I'm sitting down a lot. But I'm going to show everyone something in the office here. I got the new computer in, everyone. We got the iMac in, so pretty excited about that. That's going to be going on, and I got something else to show everyone too in just a little bit. I will. Someone from one of the patrons of the channel sent a gift. Actually, 5 of you have sent something to me. I got the first one from UK, funny enough. So some of the US ones are taking a bit, probably because of customs and whatnot. But I got something to show everyone later as well from one of the patrons of the channel, Catherine. She sent us a gift, and it's pretty sweet. So what do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about season 8 news? Do we want to talk about Con of Thrones? Do we want to talk about some book stuff? Do we want to talk about season 8 release day? Talk about that. Winds of Winter. What does everyone want to talk about in the chat? I'm up for suggestions, but the one that gets the most hype in chat, we will cover. William says Con of Thrones. Herb says I'm here. What's up, Herb? We got 2 for season 8 so far. Let's hit it all. Okay. Herb says answer questions. Leaks. Ooh, wow. No spoilers. Okay. Season 8. Book chat. Nice, Mac. Yes. James is now above the threshold. It was crazy. He said like at least 30 or 40 people reached out to him or something like that, or a bunch of you reached out from the Hype and Love community, which is amazing. So he hit his threshold like a week before or 10 days before or something like that. So he's good. He's good to go. Okay, so there's quite a few of you that are saying no leaks, that you want to avoid spoilers. Totally cool. Understandable. What we actually will do is we'll show. I don't know if Catherine's here right now, but we're gonna give her a shout out. We'll see. Or maybe Catherine might show up. She's in the UK. I'm not sure if she's going to. Maybe we'll wait a little bit to see if some more people are going to come and chat before I show you guys the gift. I think they're fake news. I think that season 8 is going to be one of the biggest television events in history of television. I mean, it's one of the most popular shows on the planet, if not the most popular show. They got a huge budget. They got an amazing cast. They got great CGI and all of that. So I think that they want to protect that, and I think we're going to be surprised by a lot of it. Really hope so. Hey, Peter. No worries, my man. Enjoy your family event. Thank you for coming to check that out. And he's already, that's so cool of you, Peter, man. Telling everyone to subscribe to Patreon and whatnot. He's always working hard on the channel. He's one of the $50 patrons on the channel, man. Super thank you for that. Always been super supportive of the channel. We're at 98 patrons actually now. Funny enough, we hit the first big goal of the channel towards going full time, which is was the $500 mark a month on Patreon, which is so crazy. I can't believe it. We were like 42 there was 42 of us in December. Now we're at like 98. We're 2 away from 100. So really thankful for that. What we'll do is we'll shout out. I don't know if everybody's here, but we'll shout out the new patrons from the channel right now before we start getting into some questions. Let's see. When was the last time we streamed? Jackie A and Catherine both pledged last time. We have to actually have Hannibal, who's in the chat. Show Hannibal some love. He pledged to Patreon. He's a patron. Thank you so much, Hannibal. Brian Ridenour. I hope I pronounced that correctly. He became a patron. Brian, thank you so much, my man. Hype and love to you. We have a pledge from Vanessa. Thank you very much. Merit of Abydos, who I believe is in the chat, also pledged. Crips of Winterfell upped his pledge from 20 to 30. Thank you so much for that, Crips. Hype. We also have a pledge from Alex Hobbs. Thank you so much. Catherine upped her pledge from 3 to 10. Thank you, Catherine. And, of course, Peter and a couple of others, PJ, upped their pledge as well. So hype and love for that. Now it's time to get into some chat. So we'll ask some questions and we'll kind of go from there. Nice. a huge budget. Yeah, it's a huge budget. Yeah, I have too many. I had like 10 windows open, Hey, Michael, nice to see you. Okay, we got a question here from Christian. Let's see. Do you think we will see Benjen in season 8? So an interesting theory that maybe he can't be killed. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see him in season 8, Christian. I don't think we're going to see him in season 8. I think there's a higher possibility of seeing someone like Hodor or something like that. So, yeah, I don't think that we're going to see Benjen, but I could be wrong. I'm not 100% right. So we will see. But I think they might bring back some other characters instead. We kind of got our Benjen moment. But it's totally possible that he's not dead and he's under the control of the Night King or something like that. Crips of Winterfell says, you needed to bump up your goal amount. So Crips, we were like $8 away from, or like $7 away from 500, and then he bumped his up, and he's like, now you got to bump up your goal even more. So we bumped up the goal to a lot more to see if we can go full time. We'll see what happens. We got lots of time before season 8. But yeah, I don't think we see Benjen in season 8, everyone. All right. Will D&D mention the Horn of Winter? Kevin says. I'm not sure. It's something that we haven't seen for such a long time, Kevin. I'm a little bit concerned about Howland Reed, and also I'm very concerned about the Horn of Winter, things that we haven't seen for quite some time. So will they mention the Horn of Winter? I think the Horn of Winter could get mentioned, but will we see it is the big question, right? Like, what does it actually do? So that could be completely different for the show and the books. We don't know. But did Sam bring that to Winterfell? Is that going to be something that he's going to show Bran? He found Dragonglass with that as well, so that's huge. And Bran knows what happens with Dragonglass, and we know that Dragonglass can be used in fighting against the White Walkers in the Night King. So that's something that's huge. Will we see it? I hope so. I hope we get to see all the magical elements tied up and whatnot. Like the little things that we didn't get to see for a long time. And the episodes are supposedly going to be longer, so there might be a reason to include it. Who knows? PJ says by season 8 you will be a rich man. Let's hope. Let's hope. Something that I definitely want to do if we do get to that mark. You guys know I'm converting this office into my own little studio. I really want to make it into a studio, soundproof it and stuff like that if I can. If we get to the $1,500 mark, which would be insane, I would be able to soundproof this, and I would probably do podcasts every morning, like not a live stream like this, but just like an audio recording, maybe like 15 to 20 minutes every morning, and then still release a video. So we have, you know, I don't know, like just me kind of rambling on. I know some of you don't like me when I ramble on, but I don't know, just talk about like Game of Thrones and news and all that kind of stuff. Maybe we'll see, but we're doing good. The Hype and Love family has grown. We're almost like 20,000 now. I think we're like 1,800, 500 subscribers, pretty close to that. I think we're 12 away, so that's pretty cool. Will we know? Martin says, will we know what happened to Sir Pounce after Tommen died? You know what? I hope so. I hope so. I love Sir Pounce, man. He knew Marjorie was hot. He was smart. Emmanuel says Howland Reed better be in season 8. If not, the whole reason Bran going north above the wall is kind of dumb. Yeah, I really, really hope we see Howland Reed, at least in a flashback. I think we have to get it. You know, Ned gave him some sort of instructions or something. He must have. He must have. Jason, what's up, Jason? Nice to see you back, man. Can't wait to see the studio when it's finished. Yeah, we get to desk tonight, so it's actually, I can describe it a little bit. It's not really L-shaped because it's curved at the corner, but it's got 3 stations, so it's like 3 tables together. It's like so I can put my laptop, because I'm still going to be using my laptop and the Mac. I have to learn the Mac and get comfortable with it before I can just pump up videos. I want to make sure that they're high quality, right? So I'm going to have the laptop here, probably by the window, because I'll work a lot, or maybe the Mac because the sunlight comes in during the day. Then I'm going to have all my camera stuff for video logs that I'm going to be doing for you guys, and then I'm going to have the laptop. So I got it's a huge workstation. So that's going to be a thing. And then I'll have all my audio in one spot, and then all my laptop Windows stuff in one spot, and then I'll have all my Mac stuff in one spot. And funny enough, I do live at home, so I do live with my mom. And she's nice enough to let me here because, you guys all know I got hurt and I couldn't drive in the beginning when I first got hurt. We got some here. I'm actually going to go get 1 sec. Let me go check this out. Let me see if I can show this to all of you. So I ended up getting these crafts, and there's like direwolf skulls and stuff like that. And I'm going to hang one from the ceiling. My mom's like, I want to do that. This looks cool. So she's like all into crafts and stuff like that. So we're going to, don't worry, the stuff wasn't in there. That was just the cover for the book. But we're going to be like putting that up in there. There's a bunch of you that sent it some swag for the office. I believe, Mr. Skillen, he sent some swag to the channel. He sent a 1/1 with all the arrows in him Funko Pop. So that's going to be, I'll put a bunch of those in my, I think we might make a collection. Maybe we will get a bookshelf and we'll put them all there. And Crips of Winterfell sent a Ghost one, I think. He sent one of Ghost, the Funko Pop. So we're going to start collecting those and showcase those in the office. I'm going to get some Game of Thrones pillows. Somebody sent a couple posters for the room as well. And I know it's, actually, we can show everyone right now. Catherine from UK, she sent us all of the stamps, all of, I don't know, let me see if I can show everyone here. She sent all of the stamps. So we have like a little booklet here where you can kind of see all the stuff in here. There's a bunch of different stamps and whatnot, and it's pretty sweet. So you can see some of the stamps. There's these. Oh, the postcards are really dope. So there's like Jon Snow, there's Sansa, there's Olenna. These are sweet. Eddard. There's Tywin. There's a bunch of those. So we're gonna try to frame some of this stuff, I think. There's more stamps here. You kind of can't see. Oh, here's my favorite ones. If you guys can see, it's the Night King. It's and with the ghost, and then there's dragons and the giants. That's pretty sweet. So Catherine from UK. Actually, I'm gonna read this. real quick. We're going to give her some love in the chat. Dear Kyle, hope you enjoy these. Keep up the great work. Hype and love, Catherine B. P.S. Excuse the note paper. Just move boxes everywhere. So she was doing some moving around, but she decided to send something really cool to the channel. And I know a bunch of you have been sending stuff. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to do probably, let me grab this here. I'll do an unboxing with Podrick. Try Podrick here. What should we call the camera? The three-eyed raven? I don't know. But try Podrick here. We're going to set that up, and I'll do an unboxing when all the stuff is in, and we'll kind of do like a shout-out video or something like that. I think, yeah, I want to get the bookshelf so I can put my Thrones books up there and stuff like that, and like, you know, Funko Pops and stuff. We're gonna deck this office up with stuff. So, but if any of you, I know a few of you have been asking for my address and stuff. I set up a little PO box, so some of you can send me stuff if you do want to send swag to the channel or for the office. I can, you know, put it up. Contact me on Twitter. I put my description in this video for Twitter, and you can hit me up, or in, you know, the comment section of this video if you guys want to do that. All right. Jiro, have any of the Game of Thrones cast ever reached out to you? Actually, I'm friends with Kate Dickey, who played Lysa Tully. I went to Con of Thrones last year, Con of Thrones 2018, and we were really lucky enough to get some interviews. We interviewed Miltos, who played Syrio, so we got to hang out with him. David Peterson, we got to, he credited the languages like Valyrian and all of that, so he was, we got to meet him. We got to meet young Hodor. We got to meet Shireen Baratheon. Who else did we get to meet? Paula Fairfield, who does all of the sound. But me and Kate, she's just lovely. You know, actually, when we were going through all the crap with the channel, when I ended up getting my 2 strikes last year and the demonetization, she reached out to me on Twitter and asked me if everything was okay. She's really, really nice. But yes, to answer your question, Kate Dickey and myself, she played Lysa Tully. She's in Star Wars and in the new Frankenstein Chronicles on Netflix. She's really cool. We chat on Twitter every once in a while, probably about once a week. So yeah. I do know a couple of cool people that actually were on the show. So that's pretty sweet. Prometheus as well. She was in The Witch. If you ever seen that movie, that one's a super scary movie. So you contact me, just contact me, Jonathan. So you can either ask for my email or hit me up on Twitter. I do also have the link to my Facebook in the description of this video if you go check it out. And you message me on there, and then we can kind of arrange something. So yeah, but if anybody does want to send swag, we'll put it up in the office. We're going to decorate this as much as we can. We're going to try to stuff it full of Game of Thrones stuff. You know, I thought actually about getting a throne, but they're pretty expensive. Yeah, Sean Bean is on Frankenstein Chronicles as well. We have a question here from Grady. Will Dario show up with the Golden Company? Good question. You know, they do have a pretty big budget for Game of Thrones Season 8. I don't know if they're going to be bringing back characters like Dario. I'm not saying he's a small character, but it's possible that we've seen the end of him. I could be wrong, though. But, you know, maybe they want to tie everything up and they want to kill more people off. Who knows? Maybe he is coming back. That could be a thing. Zero said that's awesome. It would be good to go see you live in Ireland with the hype. Yeah, we're gonna be going live from Con of Thrones. Me and Gemma will be together doing a live stream together, probably the night before Con of Thrones, drinking some wine and some shenanigans and stuff like that. So, but I'm thinking about doing maybe doing some sort of event, like we can all meet in the middle somewhere and we all watch Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 1 together, like me, Gemma, and then we do a review after, but a bunch of you come out to like an event or something like that, maybe organize an event for the first episode of next year. I don't know where we could do it, but that would be kind of something cool if we could do that. All get together and like watch the episode, and then we do a live review with like a crowd there, a crowd of people hanging out. I don't know. That would be like kind of like a little party. That would be sweet. Herb, have I ever saw Maisie Williams or Sophie Turner or Isaac? No, I have not. No, explored the option of trying to get some tickets to Con of Thrones, New York. Actually, me and George went to Dragon Con last year, and we had a private interview. We had an exclusive interview with Lena Headey, who plays Cersei Lannister. I literally booked my flight, my hotel room, and 3 hours later, she canceled. I was I messaged Aziz from History of Westeros. Some of you may know him. He's a great podcaster, YouTuber, content creator in the Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones community. And I was supposed to stay at his house for a couple days, so I messaged him, and he was like super bummed for me. The same thing actually happened for Con of Thrones with that Carice Van Houten. She like canceled like 4 days. Carice Van Houten, who plays Melisandre, and I was super pumped because I wanted to get her to say, "You are the hype to as promised. I see it in the flames. You are Azor hype," or something like that. And I would have had that clip forever, and I could have used it in my intro or outro or something crazy like that. But yeah, that would be absolutely crazy. I'm hoping that we get some. I know we'll get some very cool stuff from Con of Thrones. We will get some cool stuff. Gilly is going to Con of Thrones, so maybe we'll get something with her or something like that. They don't know all the guests yet either, so hopefully, once they tell us a little bit more about what's going to be going down, I can give you a better idea of what type of content we might be getting. But it's going to be hype. It's going to be fun. All Men Must Hype. Speaking of All Men Must Hype, Blaze Manga is working on the new T-shirt designs. As you know, we do have Azor Hype T-shirts. So 1 second, I'll show everyone. I'll screen cap it for you. We will go there. I do have Azor Hype T-shirts. We're getting 4 new T-shirt designs, or 3. I can't remember exactly, but I'm going to show everyone just in case you might be interested. I'm freezing here for a sec. Let's get this. So these are the Azor Hype T-shirts, everyone. We're going to be getting more of these designs. We're going to be getting a Hype and Love T-shirt. We're going to be getting a What is Hype May Never Die T-shirt, and then a couple of others. I don't really want to spoil too much, but yeah, they're going to be sweet. We're going to open our own online store basically, and you'll be able to get mugs and stickers and like printouts and all sorts of stuff like that. And maybe I'll like sign them for Patreon patrons and stuff like that and send them out in the mail, maybe postcards or something like that, or stickers or postcards where I can, we can communicate back and forth and do that kind of cool thing. We got some more questions. Kyle, do you think we are going to not see Howland Reed? We kind of just talked about that, Nicola. I'm really, really hopeful. I think we need to see him. I mean, Sam and Bran have kind of been these elements of, they're going to be the elements of confirming John's parentage, but Howland was actually there. So it would be super extra awesome if we could get him to confirm that. I'm just not so sure. Like there's rumors that Mira Reed might not be in season 8. So that's something that's a little bit concerning for me. And if there's no Mira, why would they include Howland? I don't know. Ah, my phone's going off. Okay, here we go. What do you think will be the end goal of the Night King? I think he's, trying to he's trying to break the wheel in his own way. I think he might be trying to like suicide himself because he's been alive for a long time. Imagine how long you would like to be in this sort of state. Would you be happy if you were walking around like an ice dude like that and you're not able to speak and not able to have children? Obviously, we don't know why they take the children for sure, but it doesn't look like they can reproduce. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what his end goal is exactly. I'm sure it was going to be revealed through Bran through a flashback, or you'll get more information about it. And it's going to be bittersweet. I think that they'll humanize the White Walkers, which is funny because they were humans before, right? So one thing I also may go check out is the Game of Thrones concert experience in Toronto next summer. Ramin Djawadi is going to be going to Toronto. That's something I might explore going to check out and getting some action for you guys. He's just pissed. He needs a hug. Okay, everyone in chat, give your reason why the Night King is doing what he's doing. What's his end game? Let's hear him. It can be funny. It can be serious. Bran and the Night will die with the Night King. Yeah, I think it could be like a Harry Potter Voldemort type of situation. He's like a Horcrux, you know what I mean? Bran is marked by the Night King. He's looking for a wife. He needs some warmth. He wants the dead in the crypts of Winterfell, says Nomad. Jason says I have to go see Ramin Djawadi. Revenge. I want to know if Benjen is Cold Hands from the books. Okay. Yeah, I do too. I don't think I don't think it's the same though. It could be wrong. Night King wants Sir Pounce. He wants to pet a cat. That's pretty interesting. I don't know if I believe that though. Night King is rushing south for hot pies. Hot pies. Wow, Michael, you're such a troll, man. Michael, you're hilarious. Claire Gray says he booked a holiday at Sunspear. He's trying to get a suntan. Oh my God, these are savage. By the way, Michael, thank you for all your donations and your hype, man. Michael's a crazy, crazy supporter of the channel. Much love to you, my man. Oh my God. No, Jorah's not going to hook up with Sansa. Get out of here. It's not going to happen. Either Jorah dies protecting Daenerys or he survives without her. He's not going to get with anyone. What if he's coming for Craster's son? Yep, that's definitely a thing, right? The Night King kills and possibly raises another dragon in season 8. Think that's a possibility? I don't think so, no. He's already pretty powerful. The show, anyways. The prince that was promised was supposed to be given to the Night King? That's an interesting possibility. Yeah, I think we will see. Maybe he's trying to... Maybe there's some sort of ritual where there's a certain amount of them and he can, like, change back into a human or something like that. I don't know. But he's certainly creating his own army of people. He's changing his kind into these immortal ice beings, essentially. The Night King chokes on a chicken bone? Come on now, you won't do that. Oh, they're hilarious. I do want to give a quick shout out to Wonder Dog Catherine, who also sent all the stamps. Karen Richmond, Tiziana, Crowfood's daughter, and William Rice, and 2 who would like to remain anonymous for donating to the GoFundMe. We're at 500 now. We're like 1/6 of the way there. It's going to be super expensive for me to take the flight and get the hotel, but it's okay. I'm super excited. It's going to happen. We'll get there, hopefully. But I want to thank you guys for your donations. Really, really means a lot. Definitely helps me try to get to Con of Thrones 2018. Really appreciate that. Storm's End, what's going on? Do you think that? So Eric has do you think a Dane, a sort of a Dane, or a Sword of the Morning is supposed to be the last hero? I'm not sure. George breaks a lot of rules, right? I mean, we got our first queen, Cersei Lannister. Who's to say it has to be a Dane who holds Dawn? It could be. That Ned made some agreement with them or something like that. But the books are completely different than the show. So I can't really say if Dawn is going to be something that's going to be important in the show. I hope so. I did 2 videos on it this week, so I'm hoping not to look foolish, but who knows? We're not sure. We're not sure, right? But I think definitely in the books it will be instrumental for sure. I can't say the same about the show. I don't know, but they did focus on it. But maybe they just focused on it to show us, the bleeding star part of the prophecy, the Azor High prophecy. Hey, what's going on, King McKay? Nice to see you. Katrin, nice to see you. Are you going, King McKay? Are you going to Con of Thrones, my man? It's the wrong kid. Yeah, Claire, it's a different kid in the books, right? They did the switcherooski in the books. Mance Raider's son and Gilly's son. A Dane has to be worthy to hold the Sword of the Morning. That's something too, right? Everybody's like, well, John has done nothing. When I did my John is going to be the new Sword of the Morning video. I don't know. It's just interesting how they slipped in the for the show, anyways. How they slipped in, the legend of your swordsmanship is growing throughout the realm. The conversation between Ramsay and John, that struck me as interesting. Yeah, it is quite a long trip from New Zealand, eh, King McKay? Jeez. See, so you're in the lands of always summer and I'm in the lands of always winter. I wonder if we could do a collaboration. How would that work? Like if our internet would just be so bad that we couldn't even have a conversation. By the way, everyone, King McKay's a YouTuber. He does Vikings videos. He does Game of Thrones content. If y'all haven't checked him out, for sure go check him out. Super nice guy as well. And if you're looking for a different voice than my Canadian or your typical U.S. North American content creator, definitely go check him out. King McKay's the dude. Nah, it's all good, man. I watch your Vikings videos sometimes, man. I haven't watched the recent ones because I haven't wanted spoilers. I'm still catching up. I'm still like a full season behind. So I love Vikings, though. It's a great show. Kyle says, what are the chances that John could get a power up from Dragonglass in the chest from the children? So like John does it to sacrifice himself because he knows that the only way he can beat the Night King is if he does that himself. Wow. That's crazy, William. That's crazy, man. I was thinking, the same thing might happen with Cersei and Qyburn, where like, Qyburn makes Cersei and kind of the Night Queen. That'd be nuts. One of the patrons of the channel was asking me that earlier, Vanessa Collier. I know some people prefer, a woman's voice. Some people prefer the sexy voice of Azor Hype. John will need to kill Bran instead? Okay. Yeah. Let's send the hype and love community over to King McKay. Let's go find his channel. 1 second. All the banners right now. All right. Let's get his link here. 1 sec, everyone. I'm just gonna paste this in the chat. There we go. Everyone go subscribe to King McKay. Your king commands it, you shits. Your king commands it. You shits. Oh, good old Robert Baratheon. Your mother was a whore with a fart ass. More wine. Get the breastplate, stretcher. Hey, Sassy. Nice to see you. Yeah, secrets, listening to Gemma at night is like the equivalent of having a sleepy time tea. It's like what do they call that? Is it like ASMR or like when someone speaks, you're stimulated, and so it like affects your brain and it calms you or relaxes you. Kneel, you shits. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Robert Baratheon's character of like who he is, but like he had some great one-liners, didn't he? Yeah, Gemma sends out the beta waves. She has the ohm. She has that right frequency. My frequency probably pisses people off because I'm always so like high. You know what I mean? I'm always so high. I mean, isn't it ironic though how Robert got killed though? Like, got killed hunting by a boar. He got gored in the gut, and he's a drinker. That's the thing, like irony, ironic how people get killed. Ned passed the sentence and swung the sword and killed that deserter from the Night Wall, even though at the time we knew it was good information. Ned got beheaded. These kinds of things happen. Arthur Dane gets stabbed in the back. Someone who's a super honorable fighter. Hasn't really been beaten. I mean, he's got close to, I think he's got beaten before. I think it was it Tourney of Harrenhal? I can't remember, but you know, something like that. Those kinds of ironic things. So let me put you to sleep with my voice. I'm going to try to make you feel very calm. Does everyone in the chat feel very calm? I can continue speaking like this, but I have a feeling we will lose all of our viewers. No reason for me to continue being silly like that. Karma Game of Thrones style, yeah. So karmic, the laws, the karmic laws. Chris Weinberger says, I know the Long Night occurred long after the White Walkers were created, but since we don't hear about White Walkers' attacks before the Long Night, does that mean the children never actually released them on the first men? Good question. We don't have that period of history when, you know, all of this stuff was happening. And that to me would make a great prequel. You know, I don't know if we're going to get that, but that's something that would be really interesting. I think it's going to be answered in season 8, though. So, ASMR isn't for me. Oh no, brown cow. Oh no, brown cow. King McKay, the Hound brutally kills tons of people, but is still sticking it out. Yeah, I know. It's quite odd, right? You're too full of hype and love already, PJ. Thank you. It's going to be really interesting to see. All right, since everybody is so hype in the chat, what are the chances that we could get to 100 patrons today? We're at 98 right now, right meow. We need 2 more. What are the chances we can get to 100 on this stream? I'm interested to see. How many did we get in the month of? We got 18. We got 18 new patrons this month in February, and then we had, I believe it was 40 last month. So still pretty awesome. But description of this video, Patreon. I'm wondering if we can get to 100 today. I think we can. I think we're hype enough. You need to pledge $1 or $5 or whatever, and it's like, yeah, bonus content, right? 97% chance, Michael. Everybody in chat, what's the percent chance that I get to 100 patrons today? Michael says 97. I don't know. You sign up. So basically what Patreon is, for anybody that doesn't know, is you sign up to Patreon, and I have like daily bonus content, so like updates, early access to my scripts before a video is going to come out the next day or something like that, early access to videos. And all you do is you sign up for a monthly amount, and then you get like bonus content every time I upload, basically. 99% chance, says King McKay. 143 2/3. That screwed me up there. 100%. Hannibal says 97.5. Fewer? Okay. King McKay just pledged $1. Oh God. I think we're gonna make it. Are we gonna today's 50%, end of the month 100%? In the description of this video, everyone, it's the second link. Let me get it. 1 second. I'll post it in the chat. Yeah, but I do like I do like special. We have bonus content from the podcast. There we go. We'll put it in chat. We're gonna make it to 100. Giro is it Giro or Euro? Because I know what a Euro is, and they're delicious. If so, if you're a Euro, you're delicious. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe it. We've been growing slow but steady, but it's been awesome. The hype and love community has been growing like crazy lately. Your SO is signing up for Patreon now. Very cool. Very cool. We will get back to some questions, though. We won't just focus on that. Do we want to keep on talking about the Night King and all that? Because Children of the Forest is one of my favorite topics. We can continue to talk about that if you guys want. And you know what? Honestly, I know everyone can pledge, which is totally cool. If you can't like the video or leave a comment or just come hang out, that's totally cool too. That means a ton. Really does. Have I checked out Star Trek Discovery yet? I haven't. I've been saving it. You know, I'm gonna wait a couple more weeks so I can binge or is the whole season done yet? Is the whole season done for Star Trek Discovery? Because if so, I'm going to binge it. I'm so behind on so many shows, everyone. I've been trying to get the online store for the shirts and all the new branding. We're getting a new Azor Hype logo. All of that's been getting set up. So I haven't had time to really check out any TV show. I'm behind on Vikings too. I'm behind on so many. Okay, let's go for some season 8 news. See if we can find anything. Thanks, Hero. Appreciate that. Do we want to get back? Do we want to get to season 8 news? Do we want more questions from the chat? Or what do we want to talk about? Ooh, Catherine has a good one. Do you think there will be a Night Queen in the show or the book? I would really love that. If the Night King was like trying to get his wife and she's like hidden in like some sort of stasis below the hot springs or crypts of Winterfell, like she's in some sort of prison or something like that. That could be cool. Hey, Cammy, nice to see you. Very cool, Nomad. Very cool, man. Preacher, I do think we're going to see the Children of the Forest in season 8, actually. Yeah, I think that we're going to see them at the Isle of the Faces. I do think we're going to see them. I think there's going to be a lot of magical. There's going to be a lot of supernatural and magical elements. Super magical elements in season 8, yeah. I think that we will definitely see, I'm optimistic that we will see the Children of the Forest in season 8. Maybe there will be one connected like Bloodraven into a weirwood tree or something like that. That would be sweet. Yeah, PJ has a point too. One thing that you can do is you can even just pledge $1 and you can cancel your pledge at any time. So it's not something that's like for a full year or anything like that. You can cancel anytime you want. Like say if you pledged $1 and your financial situation changes or something like that, you can like delete it the next day even if you want to. Jaron D says, what do you think will be a game changer for the living in the War for Dawn? Well, Dragonfire. I think that Samuel and Gendry and Bran, all of them are going to work together. It's possible that maybe Bran goes back to the time of the first Azor Ahai, and we see that Azor Ahai actually didn't kill his wife, and it was actually a magical ritual. Maybe we'll find out how Lightbringer was made. So that could possibly be a thing that we might see. I would really, really think that that would be something cool that they could do through a flashback through Bran's perspective. And, maybe he will even, I don't, one second, Kevin, I'll answer that question in just a second. I don't know. Maybe he will bring Samuel or John into the Weirwood net. That's something that would be interesting because in the books, the Starks do have working abilities with Sansa, the connections to their wolves. So I don't know if we will see something like that where Bran has gotten so powerful where he can bring someone in with him or something like that. The Starks do have this special royal blood. So King's blood. So just like the Targaryens do. So we'll see. Maybe we will see something like that. But I'm hopeful that we will get some kind of answer for sure. But I think it's going to have to do with like actual weapons or maybe it's like a Mount Doom type of thing. Like in the Lands of Always Winter, there's some sort of artifact or something that has to be destroyed. Or maybe it's Dawn, maybe it's that. So it's going to be something to do. It's going to have to do with a one-on-one battle with the Night King, I think. Something that affects his magic or is like maybe Bran can like block the magic that he's using for his army, allowing John to like one-on-one battle him and like make it fair. Something like that. Kevin, sorry, I'm scrolling up here. You guys are going fast. Can I pledge from my iPhone, Kevin? I'm not sure. Actually. Hey, Adam Bush just pledged $1. We had 100 patrons. Thank you so much, my man. Let's have a celebration in chat. Hype. I'm not sure. Some people have said they've had problems donating to Super Chat, especially. So live stream Super Chat, and some people have had problems doing pledging on Patreon sometimes. So I'm not sure. I've only ever pledged to other creators through my laptop or whatever, so I don't Actually, I'm not really that technologically sound, everyone. Like really honestly, I'm still learning. Not that great at it. Hey, yeah. Yeah, it could be like iPhone users specifically because of the operating system, the iOS. Um, I don't know if that's the reason, but a lot of people that uses like Samsung phones and stuff like that, I don't think they have these kinds of problems. I could be wrong though. Haha, yeah. Or you need to download the app for Patreon. King McKay is spamming some chicken. He knows what's up, man. Thanks, King McKay. Really appreciate that. Could Nicholas says, Kyle, could John warg a dragon? Who? I don't think he's gonna warg a dragon. No, I think in the show, I think Bran's gonna be the only one who could use that ability. I don't think John's gonna be able to do that. But John is something that's completely different. He's got ice and fire blood in his veins, which makes him even more special than Daenerys, in my opinion. So I think that John's actually going to ride Drogon. I know some people are saying, well, yeah, once a dragon is makes a connection to the rider, that it only gets ridden by one person. I think that that's going to change. George likes breaking the rules, everyone. We're going to forget that, right? He's breaking a lot of rules. So you can do it. So you can do it through Patreon, yes, but you can't do Super Chat. Yeah, I've had people say they have problems donating to Super Chat through their phones. I don't know. Martin says, "What do you think about Dany's red door? It is repeated multiple times in the novels." Yeah, good question. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be something that's really relevant in the show per se, but it could be in the books. Could be in the books. What does everybody think? Is the red door going to be something? Is the red door that's going to be? Is it going to be something that's impactful in the books? Because like symbolism for red door in Chinese culture is actually a symbolism of safety, right? Or like your home. So like the positive energy. It has to do with positive energy and feng shui. Do you guys know what feng shui is? I know some of you probably do, but I know that the red door does represent that in that specific culture. So maybe the red door is kind of like a symbol for Daenerys that her home is really where her heart is, I guess. I don't know. That's kind of cheesy though. That could be something that's like it's interpreted that way. Maybe it's not an actual red door. Maybe it's because the way we interpret a lot of things in the Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones is literally, right? So I don't know. It could be something that's symbolically different than that, than an actual red door in a house. You know what I mean? I don't know. Does that make any sense, everyone? I don't know. It's all, the red door is also a sign of change, if we think about it that way, right? It's a sign of change. So you think the red door is a connection for John and Dany? I'm not sure. I mean, it is. I mean, Daenerys thinks about it. Red herring. Yeah, lemon trees are not in Bravos. Hey, Kimmy, nice to see you. Nice to see you, Kimmy. Holy crap! Clara Gray just pledged $5 on Patreon, and we have Stephen Timmons. Is it Stefan or Steven? I hope I said it. I think it's Steph Timmons. $5 as well. We're at 102. You guys are crazy. We're at 102 patrons now. That's awesome. Hype in the chat. Red for Blood or Death, House of the Undying. Ooh, that could be something too. What's interesting is so the red door is a positive thing in feng shui and in Asian culture. It has to do with chi, positive energy, like letting positive energy into your home. Like we see the black weirwood doors and in the House of Black and White, it's a white and black door. So there's all these different types of colors for doors. And we know that doors are openings and doors can also be closed. So maybe it's the significance of the red door is the idea of a door being closed for her, that she will never get that comfort. She will never truly feel at home. She'll be in Westeros and maybe she will die. That could be a thing too, or symbolism for that. That could be a thing. Red is the color of love and devotion. Yep, that's a thing too. Red is also the color of fire. That makes sense. Yep. Claire, I'm sorry for getting you in trouble. Oops. My bad. You know how we do on the channel here. We get hyped though. It's your fault, Claire. I try to shout people out and show love. You can blame me though. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, Elizabeth. So she says maybe it's like Danny. It's guiding Danny to the new path she must follow, like a confirmation she is going the right way. Yep, that's definitely a thing. When she's longing for a simple, happy home. Yeah, and the story is not simple or happy, right? So it's something that might not be achievable for Daenerys, right? The show and the books are different, but we can maybe relate that to the House of the Undying vision she had in the show. I mean, it was revealing, right? She didn't touch the Iron Throne. There was snow on it. The Red Keep was destroyed, and she went beyond the wall and interacted after walking through a snowstorm beyond the wall and found Drogo and Rhaego in like this purgatory type state. So yeah. You're getting your headphones, Claire? You want me to announce it again? I couldn't. Everyone, should I announce it again to get Claire in trouble? If you were looking for a happy ending, you've come to the wrong place. Yeah. She follows the voices of her children. That's a thing too, right? She doesn't give in to temptation in that moment. Dany is cursed. Everyone she loves dies. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people have died in the story, though, for a lot of important people. Hey, we got another we got another patron. We're up to 103 now. Richard, what's going on, man? Hype and love, my dude. Claire Gray's next novel, The Winds of Divorce. We're getting The Winds of Divorce before The Winds of Winter. Yikes! If that happened just from a Patreon pledge, we might get in trouble. You know what's interesting too is like the idea of Daenerys being the Mummer's dragon. You know what I mean? That John is actually the true heir to the Iron Throne. Or of the idea that Daenerys will not claim the Iron Throne, you know what I mean? And that John will. You know, what is the possibility? Is there ever going to be a situation like would Daenerys kneel to John? Is that possible? I know this seems crazy, but would Daenerys kneel to John? Is there a possibility of that happening ever? I don't know. I've thought about that. What do you guys and gals think in the chat? Claire says it had to be the most controversial Patreon. Yeah. Patron. So let's take a vote in chat. Would Daenerys kneel to John? Because she was like really, really taken back, like and emotional when John said he would kneel for her after she praised him for what he did, sacrificing himself, basically pledging for all of the people of the North as well. So would Dany kneel for John? I think it's more like what she'd probably die before that happens, right? I don't know though. Like it's an interesting question to talk about. It's an interesting thing to chat about because, like, does she die in childbirth before she ever gets a chance of that happening? Is that like Daenerys is dying, and that's something that she says in a final conversation with John or something like that. Because like I think there's a bigger possibility Daenerys dies than John. There's still the possibility that John dies and Daenerys lives on, but like I don't know. Or maybe we have a situation where it's like Daenerys is dying like Lyanna, and John is like, "You're not going to die," and then there's their child, and that like history was repeating itself, where John is actually reliving the same moment that Ned did with Lyanna. That'd be kind of crazy. Because we know history repeats itself, right? She's gonna kneel for John. Oh my god. You guys are savage. John proposed a marriage alliance instead. Yeah. I mean, that's more likely, right? A wedding of ice and fire? Yeah, that'd be sweet. If she knows his true lineage, she should. Very interesting answers. PJ, behave. Hey Amanda, nice to see you. We're just hanging out. We're chatting some thrones, of course. We're chatting some thrones, of course. Dany will have a fit when she finds out Jon is the rightful king. Ooh. A repeat of history with both claims into one? That'd be crazy. See, I'm trying to think of the moments in history that have already happened within the Song of Ice and Fire that are bound to repeat again, right? Hey, Martin, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that donation. Donation train has started from Martin. Really appreciate that, my man. We show some love and hype and love in the chat for Martin. Let's do that. Let me get these my emojis are loading up slowly here. The fire emoji is not easy to find. You have to scroll down quite a bit to find it. Where's the fire emoji? Why can't I find the fire emoji? Am I retarded? There it is. It's right in front of me. I should know where it is. There we go. I had to spam some emojis there. Thanks, my man. But this is an interesting topic, right? Like, are we gonna? Another question I want to ask everyone is: Are we gonna get a wedding between Jon and Daenerys? Is there gonna be enough time? Are they gonna propose to do it, but then like the Night King attacks? Yeah. So Martin says, donation, $5 donation. What is that, euro? It says Android over iPhone. So he's proving that you can donate from Android, and iPhone is a little bit inferior when it comes to super chat. Hilarious. A wedding in the crypts, that's kind of different. If you use it a lot, it will be the first emoji. I don't know. It should be. I use it all the time, though. Sam will marry them and tell them that they're related. Oh my god. Yo. Only in episode 6. So that requires the both of them to survive the story. If they have a wedding, it will mean death. Like every wedding in the show. Oh god. You guys are nuts. We got 6 new patrons just from this live stream. Just realize that now. I'm not very good at math, everyone. The Greet bent both knees. Bubba Hosky, you know an emoji. You know what an emoji is. He'll definitely want to wed her to avoid a bastard. Yes. Claire, great point. Great point to Claire. Damn kneelers. More likely to see Euron and Cersei wedding? Wow. That would be an awful wedding, would it not? Sam would deliver the news with a smile. Smile. Assuming Barrack gives someone the last kiss in season 8 and John witnessed it, do you think John will give Dany the last kiss? Wow, that's kind of interesting. It's a lot of kissing. I like kissing. I don't know. I don't know if they will bring Dany back because I think they're. I mean, Barrack and John are kind of. I mean, the Night King is bringing people back, but they're all in the hive mind with the Night King. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think there's gonna be any more reviving. I could be wrong though. Like maybe the Red Priests come over from Essos with the fiery hand, and they like we have a big battle of just undead people, like fire whites. You guys know I hate that term. Fire whites and ice whites. So maybe that's the thing that's going to be explored. Hey Mia, no worries. It's been hectic for me too. I'm pretty tired trying to learn a new computer system, getting all this stuff up and running, getting ready for the podcast, all of that. I get it. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. Probably no wedding, neither are very religious. Yeah, I could see that. I could see no weddings either too. But have we had a wedding every season though? Isn't that a thing? Hans, thank you. Really appreciate the compliment. I look so pretty. I got the White Walker blue eyes. Thanks. My Viking beard. Yeah, it's taking some time. I'm not very good at growing facial hair, so I'm trying to grow the beard to a point where it's like I don't have any patches where it's like thinner than other spots. I'm trying to. I'm probably gonna cosplay as Tormund at Con of Thrones. The Black Wedding. The Black Wedding. Ugh. I don't know. I don't. Sansan. Bubba, you're appealing to my better nature. You know I love Sandor Clegane. I just can't see Sandor getting married. Yeah, Viking scruff. It is a scruffy beard. Liked and sub. Thank Hans. Really appreciate that. Leave the beard growing to Jar. Yeah, you're definitely darker than I am, my man. Like you got like thicker black hair. Like the seed is strong. You know what I mean? I got both of my parents are fair. My mom has strawberry blonde hair, and my dad has light brown hair. So I think that, a wedding that we could actually see, or people that might be together in the end would be Tyrion and Sansa. That's one I could see. Sandra will have something to do with killing the Night's King. That would be sweet. I would love that. Lightbringer beard. I don't want to light this thing on fire. I'll tell you that much. Euron and Cersei. Ugh. Who here doesn't want to see any weddings in season 8? You can always wear a merkin to cosplay as Tormund. Sandrian, I've never heard that one, but I mean, sure, it makes sense. You put their two names together, that's kind of what it sounds like. Tirsan. Yeah, it's a pretty gnarly beard, I won't lie. I was clean shaven for so many years. If Sandor dies, it will be a bucket of fried chicken. Hey, ain't nobody got time for that for the wedding? Okay. What about Sweet Robin? Will we see him at all? I hope not. No, I think we'll see him. I think we'll see him. Bring on the big battle scenes. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of them. There's going to be like 3 or 4 Battle of the Bastards type of episodes at least, I think. Tormund lives. That stoop looked like it was coming down around him. Yeah, I think Tormund lives. Plot armor. The hound starts a chicken farm or marries his chickens. I don't know about that. That's kind of weird. But I would love to see Tormund and the Hound feast together. That'd be awesome. Make the Night King fly. Any idea for the total budget for season 8? It's it's $15 million plus per episode. William. $15 plus million per episode. Sam loses weight and steals Dany from John. Yeah, right. Not gonna happen. Oh, I'm sorry, Beaver Cat. Yeah, I don't have really a set time when I go live. I kind of just randomly. I'm like, hey, I want to hang out with you guys. Everybody say hello to the Night King in chat. I am flying with Viserion, he says. Everybody show the Night King some hype and love. Show him the fire emoji. We want him to melt. Show the Night King in chat some hype and love. Oh, God. You guys are hilarious in chat. You're making me laugh. So the Night King spams the winter emoji in chat. Hi, Night King. How are you, sir? Are you doing well? The Night King is one of the newer supporters on the channel. He's been getting hype in the comment section, the video comment section. So thanks for that. I really appreciate the support, my man. I actually had a real conversation with this person. It's actually not the Night King, everyone. But we have had the Night King work my technology before. Hey, Sir Garland Tyrell's in the chat. We have a bunch of people from the A Song of Ice and Fire universe in chat. Nice. Nice to see you, Sir Garland Tyrell. Good morning, evening, and afternoon. Keeping all your bases safe to just say hello to everyone. Drogon needs to lay eggs. I would like to see more dragons alive in the end, but I think all magic's going to be gone. What do we think about that? Okay, question for chat. Let's try to come to a consensus here. Will there be dragons or White Walkers in the end of the story, or will everything be dead? I haven't seen that, Elizabeth. No, I haven't. What do we think in the chat, everyone? Are there going to be dragons left in the end? Is there going to be magic? Is Bran going to be the only magical thing that's left? Is little Sam going to carry on the White Walker line? Are we going to get some crazy twist in the end where it's super magical? Is there going to be a pact? Do we think that magic will die out in the end? Is the wheel going to be broken, essentially? Magic never dies? Magic will fade from the world? Okay. Only dragon eggs. There has to be balance, so there will be. Okay. Magic is going to end, which means no more dragons, whites, children of the forest, White Walkers. Okay. Dragons will breed. Just eggs? So that will be kind of like the ambiguous part of the ending that we get. Pretty interesting answers. Melisandre dies, so yeah, no magic, no dragons, no green seers. The wolves take off. The weirwoods bloom green. Weirwoods bloom green. Ooh, Storm's End. I like that. That's cool. Magic will fade, but only for a few thousand years. So I like that one too. Hey, Jim. Nice to see you, man. White Walkers and dragons will die, but in epilogue of book 7, we'll see a fraction for the cycle to repeat. Okay. I'm expecting a more disappointing ending like Lost. People are expecting something huge, but stories only have a few ways they can end. And we've seen them all before. Okay, Ash, maybe. Bran will enter in a weirwood tree in the weirwood net. Only the children of the forest firebombs survive. That's the only magic. That'd be crazy. We don't even know how they're made either, so it's possible that they figure out how to make them in season 8. Dragons are dragons are both genders. Hannibal, cool it, my man. You've made quite a few. We try to keep it chill here, man. So just take it easy. Take it easy, my friend. Story will end, but we'll get to cycle back to the beginning and watch a volcano rise out of the smoking sea. Ooh, that's cool. Hey, Garland. Catherine comes back. She's long gone. Catelyn comes back. Yeah, she's long gone. I mean, in the book, she's Lady Stoneheart, so she's around. That's the difference, right? It's not the long night, but it is. How for you, Katrin? Katrin, nice to see you. You're taking off? Have a good one. How about a crazy bittersweet ending? John and Dany have a baby. Dany dies in childbirth. Pact made by John and the Night King, but John has to give up his baby. Wow. That would be super crappy. I can't see that happening. John would rather die than that happening. I can't see that happening. I don't know. I just think that there's going to be change. I don't think it could be that. That's just bitter. There's no sweet in that. There's no sweet in that at all. Yeah, that's just a bitter ending. George still loves all of these. I mean, he's telling the hero's journey through so many different point of views. He still loves Tolkien and all that. And yes, he's doing different things, but honestly, like we focus on that way too much, honestly. I don't think it's going to be that bitter. I think there's going to be a sweet ending. Bittersweet. A lot of people will die, but there will be a sweeter ending. We'll see some happiness. Like Westeros, yeah, Westeros will be saved, and there will be an opportunity, the dream of spring, to move forward and progress. George is the Night King. George R. R. Martin's the Night King. I can see that. Way to see a big pudgy George in the lands of always winter. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of sacrifices, that's for sure. And bittersweet, sweet is the bigger thing. That's debatable, but it is. The word does end with sweet instead of bitter. It's not sweet bitter. So it's kind of a weird word. Sweet bitter ending. Is there a possibility that the Night King heads straight to King's Landing? I don't think so. No. I think they're saving that for the fight. I think the final battle is actually going to be in King's Landing or near it at least. Bran changes the endings. John visiting Winterfell. That'd be interesting, John. So I mean, Bran's affecting the ending. Sorry, Aaron says, "What's up, Kyle? I didn't hear you talk about the Faceless Men yesterday and what they think about their skills." So me and Gemma did a podcast. It's actually on Gemma's channel, Secrets of the Citadel. We have a podcast. I think it was episode number 6. We did an episode on the Faceless Men, and Aaron says, "I want to hear talk about Arya using the skills to kill the Freys, and whether she will be completing her list with the Mountain and Cersei." I definitely think it's a possibility. If Jaime isn't the Valonqar, I can see a twist because Valonqar is gender neutral, the word. And maybe we can see a scenario, in the show where she steals that handmaiden's face or something like that, or she's part of the Clegane Bowl, which I think happens in the book and the show. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. Kimmy Jane, Kyle, does George have any say in the TV show? Now it's not using the book as guidelines. He's still around. Remember they revealed that there was like three big moments that George revealed. Shireen's burning, Hodor hold the door, and then there's still one left, one super big twist that they haven't revealed yet, which is going to happen in season 8. So I think that I still think that, if Dany's going to die in the books, she's going to die in the show. If John is going to die in the books, he's going to die in the show. I still think that, most of the people that are going to meet similar ends. I think. I don't think it's going to change that much. There's going to be a lot more detail in the books, obviously, right? I mean, George makes these huge tomes of books. That's the difference. Well, obviously, foreshadowing is different, and the way we absorb the show is more visual. Obviously, in the books, there's red herrings, and we interpret that differently. We read and we analyze things differently. George is not directing an episode in season 8. He's trying to focus on getting the Winds of Winter out. Unfortunately, I would love to see him direct the last episode or something like that. George did tell the ending to the writers, yeah, for sure. I mean, they know. I mean, season 8 is going to happen. Yeah, I think they will humanize the White Walkers in the End Storms, and I think they were humans before, but I mean, at least the Night King, the story of the Night King is going to be tragic. I've given away the audiobooks a few times here on the channel to a bunch of people in the chat. I listen to the audiobooks sometimes. Those are great too, especially Roy Dotrice. I love Roy Dotrice. Once the series is complete, I'm gonna post. Well, what do you mean, Bubba? You're gonna post like crazy or something? Or I'm a little bit confused by your comment. I didn't understand. Sorry, my man. The White Walker. I mean, look for the show, anyways. Look at what happened with the Night King. I mean, he was just waiting for the dragons, man. So he knows he's intelligent for sure. He has goals. Garland Terrell, do you have any theories you have thought about yourself about the events in the last season? Sorry, say like based off the sorry, Garland, you mean based off the events of last season? I have some about the Dragon Glass Cave and symbolism that we have in the show, because we don't see a lot of, symbols in the books, we don't see them, right? Makes sense, Bubba. The Night King is a Stark. Yeah, that's one that's pretty popular. I heard the actor who played Viserys is going to do the audiobooks coming out. That'd be sweet. Harry Lloyd, he's done a great job. Tyrion is Welsh and Edmure is Scottish, and Theon sounds like a Michael Caine. It's kind of true, but that's what I love about it. That some of it is cringy. I love me some Roy Dotrice. And then, see, that's the thing too. That's what's going to make us empathize with the White Walkers. Like, he's lost his emotion, right? He can't express himself in the way that he could before when he was human. I mean, they're communicating through symbols. I mean, look what he did with the dead horses and the dead bodies. Look what they did with the dead bodies in the very first episode when we see them ranging beyond the wall. And we see those, obviously, some of the same symbols reflected in the Dragon Glass Cave scene as well. So I don't think, no. Then actually, Sassy, to answer that question, we interviewed Paula Fairfield at Con of Thrones 2017, and she says, well, actually, and speaking with David Peterson as well, who created the languages, but Paula answered this question, and she said they decided that they didn't want to make the Night King speak because he was going to be, like, he's already so powerful, it was beneath him to speak, and he's speaking through action. And through symbols, so that they decided that it was going to be too hard to translate Scroth for what they want to achieve in the television show, anyways. But it's possible. Maybe in the books we might hear that. I don't know though. I don't know if that's a possibility. Yeah, that's something that's probably the thing I'm most interested in, is like the Night King's backstory. I want more flashbacks. I want more history, that type of thing on the Children of the Forest and Bran the Builder and all of that. That stuff fascinates me. I would love to see more about that. Yeah, the books, like, I mean, oh my God, like, there's so many more characters in the books. There's so many more things that George is descriptive of about food, clothing, location, all of those things. I mean, it's a little bit more difficult for a television show, but we are super lucky. I want to say that, despite the debate, is the show or the books better? They're both really great. They're awesome. Well, we have both. We should feel really lucky about that. We'll take a few more questions, and then I'm gonna go make some dinner. I'm getting pretty hungry. Yeah, I don't know if like it's the same thing to see like Rhaegar back in the story. Some people are like that mystery. You know what I mean? It's kind of a similar. I know people have a similar feeling with the White Walkers. They don't want it. They want that mysterious element to not hear them speak. Yeah, Garland. They are different in many ways, right? I mean, foreshadowing is different. Obviously, the way we absorb characters is different. I mean, visually, we get to look at characters and they might be attractive or unattractive, or we might not like the way they are portrayed in comparison with how they act in the books. All of these things, right? Chicken on the menu tonight? I know I'm making a vegetarian stir fry with some rice. Broccoli and some carrots and some probably gonna throw some lime and some peanuts and some green onions in there, kind of like a Thai Asian style fusion. That's what I'm gonna do. Trying to go a little bit lighter on the carbs. Q&A, do you think Dan and John will reach Winterfell and Jaime might not be far behind? Yeah, I think they're all going to meet together. And then it's going to be revealed and Jaime's going to be like, wow, like, okay, well, my sister doesn't plan on helping you and you're the son of Rhaegar and I had mad respect for Rhaegar. It's gonna be interesting though, because not all of some of the northern people will want to kill Jaime on the spot right then and there when he gets there. But yeah, spring onion hero. But some people will not be happy with that Jaime's there. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. It'll be interesting to see what happens, for sure. Because there's so many different characters that have differences of opinion on Jaime. Like Brienne is totally going to probably go to bat for Jaime. That's going to be a thing. But yeah. Kimmy Jane, let's just say alternative. Dany doesn't have a baby, though. We know that she will. She's going to be preggers, yeah. Will Love keep Dany and John together after they find out they are related? Good question. That's going to be a thing that is obviously that's obviously going to affect their relationship, right? John being the true heir to the Iron Throne and Dany basically having her destiny pulled right out from under her feet. But I think that we kind of knew that was, things were going to have to be quite different anyways, and they're not going to quite be so linear as we expect them to happen in the show. Yeah, season 8 is going to be absolutely amazing visually. We get to meet Paula Fairfield, who works in the sound design. Actually, I'm going to make this announcement. Helen, or Helena, a lot of you know her. She has a friend who worked with the VFX on the dragons in the show, and we're going to be interviewing him around Con of Thrones time. So how crazy is that? We're going to have someone that actually worked on the dragons and the special effects on the show on the channel. We're going to interview him. So that's going to be really cool. That's going to be coming in about a couple months from now. So that'll be something that's really interesting for everyone to check out. And yeah, so But I think that's going to do it for today. That was really, really fun, everyone. Really, really appreciate the donations today. Martin, thank you so much for that. All of the patrons, we got 6 new patrons here today. If anybody is interested in supporting the channel, you can pledge as little as $1. We have bonus content almost every day on Patreon, like early script access. We do bonus content from the podcast of me and Secrets of the Citadel. And, I give little updates and stuff like that. And we have cool little chat rooms and stuff like that. So thank you so much for the 6 new patrons. Thank you for the donations. Everybody, was really, really fun hanging out today. I'm sorry I didn't get to all of your questions. My mom gets off work soon, and I want to cook some dinner for us. She's been really, really tired. She had a really hard work week this week. But Ryan, you arrived right at the end. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. If you did enjoy this video and had fun hanging out, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Really, really easy to do that. Like I said, if you do want to help support the channel or help get me to Con of Thrones, you can do that through Patreon, or you can do that through the GoFundMe. All the links will be in the description of this video. You do want to say hello to me, reach out to me on Twitter or Facebook. Links are in the description of this video. You have a theory that you want me to cover on the channel, something that you want me to talk about, or something that you just want to talk to me about privately, reach out. I'd love to chat and get to know you. Thanks so much, everyone. Had a really, really fun time hanging out with you, and I'll see you all in the next video tomorrow. Hype and love.